our team. Yeah. Then this is a uniform from
It's just for love. I'm very happy. It's a very nice center. It's very good. Yes, yes.
Also my knee problem, I will buy one that is going.
Yeah, sure.
These are team members. Quite a lot. It will take a long time, but team members, staff members, then our volunteers, trust board member. Joan is going to. We are going to go around, swap, and then just explain a little bit about what.
Shall we?
Yes.
It stops in here.
I'll see you there. I'll come back and see.
We have our reception area where anyone can walk in. We usually do clinics at the cancer hospital, and they have a need to access something that they need from there. So they come here, they're offered a cup of tea or coffee, and then they're sent upstairs. This is our dining room. More of our children and the parents. Of course, we have parents and siblings, everything here. And the meals are served downstairs. Breakfast, they have bed tea. That's the only thing up there. The rest, absolutely. I'm waiting on them. And then they come together. They take the meals are served for about an hour and a half, so they have time to come and go. Sometimes they've gone to clinic and they come afterwards. We save their meals for them until they come back. The hospital food isn't quite as good as ours. So yeah, it is. It's very child-friendly, open, light. It's what we try and encourage, that kind of feeling here. We have a lovely new kitchen. Kept going with our chefs here, who are all ex-Air Force actually, and working here. They cook beautifully. They cook 3 times a day, so everything is fresh. Including the children.
Menu recommender?
It is indeed.
Did you see the menu?
The menu? Oh, we need to see the menu. I forgot. Menu. We work with the nutrition department at the hospital, and that's what they recommend. And then it kind of changes every 4 weeks or so.
Lot of variety.
Yes, yes indeed.
So you actually take advice from the nutritionist?
We do, yes. And if
age-wise
sometimes their mouths, the children's mouths are sore, so they'll have an omelette, or they just, the parents ask the nurses, and something appropriate is given. Yeah.
So I mean, they're all from the Air Force.
Yeah, she told me they're
retired, and it's also like a la carte menu. Plus, we do a lot of extra. With a lot of love, they do the work.
That's most important.
And birthday cakes, very important.
Birthday cakes.
Birthday cakes. Right, so we're going to go outside, around the corner. Our latest project is Make-A-Wish International, Sri Lanka, where this is for critically ill children. We're starting here. Children who've got cancer is a critical illness, but there is a hospital that treats all other diseases, and they'll be moving there. So we have their offices here. And there are 3 members who look after Make-A-Wish, and they meet with the child, with the parent, but they want to talk to the child to see what the child's wish is. And here they are. This is the Make-A-Wish room.
It's for all the children?
Yes, it is. The critically ill children. Yes. Yes.
individual wishes.
Absolutely, yes. So we've achieved, it's only started in April and they've achieved 100 wishes. These are all the wishes that various children have had. They're mainly for things like bicycles, teddy bears as big as they are. Very simple wishes. Or a tag or an instrument of some sort. Very popular is to go to the Lotus Tower. Yeah, that's right. They go to the beach, they want to go with the children, yeah. And then we arrange for lessons as well. No point having the guitar if you don't go to the beach. The violin was one as well.
So this volunteer is part of our team. We have 3 members for Make-A-Wish. Sonali is upstairs complaining. And these are the little ones from team members from our, these are staff children.
Staff children.
Yeah, today Swami from our organization there's 53 of us who have participated, 40 volunteers and staff and 13 children for this. So they always come and volunteer.
The way it's done is nice.
Beautiful concept.
Yeah, beautiful concept and learn something. Yes. We go back again to the house.
Yep, we go back in and unless you want to walk up 5 flights of stairs, we'll take the lift. No, I think we'll take the lift. We'll be quicker.
I was worried that
come down by
I was worried that children have to have the dinner. We are already late. So
No, the children are okay. They had afternoon tea and they had biscuits and then had a full meal. So lunch is, dinner is usually started at about 6:30 anyway and it goes on. So they're okay.
what age group are they?
We take from, well, I think the youngest we've had is 3 months and the eldest about 19. 19, yeah. But anything in between. At the moment, I think we've got a child in who's she's about 4 months old. Cancer of the eye. Yeah. So.
The children here.
That's right. Yeah. These are ones who are staying with us at the moment.
Okay.
We
They are
have.
getting the treatment here at the same hospital.
Yeah, the hospital, when you go upstairs, you'll be able to see where the hospital is. It's not very far away. So in between, they stay here. That's right, yeah. It's only pediatric hospital. So no matter where they live, they have to have the hospital diet to be able to control it. So they need to stay close to the community, otherwise the immune system
Speedy recovery.
Have a look at one of the rooms. There's there are 8 rooms on each floor.
I could introduce you, this is the center manager, and this is Hashim, he's the Indira Cancer Trust, she heads operations there, so these are some of young volunteers.
So we've got
These are the rooms.
8 rooms on each floor. There are 4 floors. They're all en suite. And they're all the same size. They all have access to a balcony, so they're light and airy. They have hot water. They have privacy, which is the most important thing.
The family time.
Absolutely. And this is their room, yeah. No, you go in. Go in. Your room is going to be the toilet.
You like it here? This is nice.
John?
So,
John?
that's sufficient for the, you have to put the beds for parents.
Yeah, everything is for the
Like,
child and it is so far, but it is like 2 beds.
Yes.
can be raised
So it becomes two beds down.
Yes, mother and father. And on the right, on the there's a shade is 16 roads and they have much water. And now this is an interconnecting room. We call it a rainbow. It just comes to rainbow.
Okay.
So we actually give it to players which are in a flight and then stage. So we try to be the extended from the sisters.
They all can be together.
There's the home away from the facility that we have. We allow immediately mother, father, and child and siblings. With gratitude, baby. So we allow the extended family and parents. And during the weekends, we get the siblings here. During the school, we come weekends here. Siblings are here. And during school holidays, the siblings are here.
Quite a place in the
It's really nice.
Very
Yeah,
nice, very nice.
medical treatment.
But yeah, you all interesting. Yeah. So that's do well. Nice thought.
They do like staying with us.
Somebody did some prasadam, so you can give
Bless and
give to the girl. The grandmother.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Very nice night.
Sad story. The
Good story when travel is abandoned. All rooms are the same size.
Same size, same setup. Same. 8 rooms in each.
Yeah, can I can light water. Very nice done. Very well kept.
We had more rooms, but we wanted something special, and that's why we just had 8 rooms on each floor. We also wanted to go higher, but the Air Force is close by, and so we had to stop at Vani Airport. It's just close by. So we actually need the airport is just about there. Children's holidays, children haven't seen everything, so we're like, so this is to watch.
Nice glass one.
We do, yeah. So that's our future, we think. What we plan,
I think so.
a place of healing.
I think that will be the next.
Absolutely. No, it's empty. Yeah.
Sure. Give you the sweets.
She was part of our nursing team. The nursing team is from the army. Canada. And this is Ukul, yeah, he's from the Air Force. He's an admin executive and maintenance officer in
Even children's heart hospitals in India.
Yes.
Four hospitals.
And you do something in particular?
Yeah.
Yeah, here this is it.
Yes.
The hospital here is in Colombo, Lady Ridgeway Hospital. They do all the kidneys, the hearts, the livers, any service, very neurological things as well. But we're so close to the picture, it's the only unit in the country, so it's our only
this color.
Only one person.
So we have two bone marrow transplant. We are helping the hospital now to start. They won't come out. So now Sri Lanka just started and we are doing that, and it's a beautiful set of doctors are amazing, and they have just started and we've done 9. So each BMC costs 5 million. So what we are trying to see and bone marrow transplant is, so you have met my husband also.
Yes, we are doing this.
So family support is
Very important. I'm happy you started Indira's name. Continuing this, seeing her.
and also the team is
Very amazing. I can see that in all their faces.
eyes everywhere. The wind blows this way, there's an issue. The wind blows that way, there's a lot of wind and rain. So this is the last of the meals for children. Siblings. It's holiday time, so
They just joined the
that's right. Sometimes they can't afford to come. So they haven't seen each other for months. We send the bus fare for them to come. Oh, they're so excited. So they really enjoy what we give them.
amazing. Very like very thoughtful. about the family, and that heals the child.
That's
It
the
goes through
healing.
pain
Oh
of-
my goodness, yes. There's a huge difference when they're ready to go back. They're fitter, they're brighter. They don't necessarily want to go, but physically they're better and mentally they're better.
Because they're
They're very
very
small.
small.
to understand.
So they come with the bus ticket and their credit card and we give them the money. The only program that we actually exchange money. Otherwise, if they want medicine, we have contacts with the pharmacies locally and they come with their bus ticket and then we give the money. We buy medicines, we don't give the money. The medicine is brought here, we give the medicine to the patient and pay the pharmacy at the end of the month. So everything is, open and above board.
That's a movie, a laser.
Yes, yes it is. So this is the Indira Cancer Trust floor, the offices where her ladyship moves. And this is admin. We have Renuka runs a program which is we call Children of Courage.
Children whose mother or father or both are cancer patients and coming from low-income families and then to the school. So we give them scholarships and we have separate donors for them. And we have 500 children in the program. For each and every 12 children, we have a virtual volunteer who gives them calls monthly and give up a fire about them. And we share it with our donors. Especially donors.
The idea is just to keep them in education.
Show you the profile of contact numbers and everything over there, their account number and all. We share this with donors. And this is our application.
That's it. There is the details.
Details of what they are. Please get in the paper. Their phone numbers and that this is an beauty of this program is more than the donation. We get the donor, we connect the donor to the family.
Directly to the family,
Yeah.
they look after them.
Yes, they look after. They kind of become the guardian angels of their family. And they are
So
helping.
if the child loses the parents, then what happens?
So they look after by them, one of
Somebody
our
do that.
So we
There are no
support
cases
them.
of the total orphan child.
No.
Not so far. Nice.
This is Nazreen, she's joined us recently. She looks after the volunteers. We have a huge volunteer program. Sorry? 2,000 that come and go volunteers. Every day we have volunteers who come and volunteer for the day, or as groups we encourage children to come in groups. And we also have evening between 4 and 6. We have volunteers who come and engage with the children. Anyhow, they can dance, sing, do craft work. Lots of volunteers, and we try and encourage that mentality of especially the young, to volunteer, to go. And a lot of these children are coming from private schools where they suddenly see a completely different side of life that they have never considered before. So she's a new volunteer. We've got a volunteer. So, and then we have a counsellor. She's here. This is Priyani. She's our counsellor. She's here 5 days of the week. And she has a little room where she can talk to. So she counsels people that walk in as well as parents and children who are here. This is Karen. Karen runs our breast cancer awareness program. She goes to factories, to schools, to anywhere that we have us. And we talk about awareness program. In this country, 15 are diagnosed every day and 3 die. And so she just conducted or ran and held the whole strings of a triathlon that we did around the island, starting north, went east, south, and came back to Colombo to spread the word. But here we have, yeah, this is a birthday program. Yes. They can come and choose what they want. We also send 2 people to the wards, and if there are children on the ward who have birthdays, they get age-appropriate gift and a balloon. We also have dry rations, still very much in need. We always have. Sometimes both parents are here. Sometimes the father has left when the child is sick. Sometimes the father has to be at home with very young children, goes with grandma or whatever. So basically, what happens when there is cancer in this country in the family, the whole thing kind of falls apart. So we do have another program where we offer training for skill, upgrade skill, or if they can sew, perhaps we find a machine that they can use to earn a living, the dignity of earning a living.
Very well thought of.
From this, she's the fundraising coordinator. She's been with us for nearly again. We are now actually 10 years this year, 9 years. Champa will be with us again for the second month and part of this whole organization. So they are the kind of team who's running this and all volunteers.
That's why they're passionate.
And Dushi, okay, so you are just telling me that she is also in charge of this Sri Lanka's first.
She was in at the beginning with us. We managed to hang on to her.
You can introduce your team also. Some of them all had experience with cancer. The family members, they work with so much of heart. First Sri Lankan unit here. And she has been volunteering with us for the 9 years. Maybe you can quickly show?
They're doing this.
Yes.
Teaching them.
Here. She
So before Wednesday of the month, we have donation day where people come and donate. They can book a time and a day, and they come and donate their hair. We have quite a famous hairdresser in Colombo that sends the haircutters, so it's a bit busy here. And then these ladies take over.
She makes this
Big program. So you prepare it for those children who lost their hair.
Not only children, adults.
Yes, fabric.
So you prepare.
After she does this, she has to do that. This one chemical is
One day.
against the length and color of the texture.
Then make
So for males, juniors and children.
trained for this. How much does one such cost to the means if they want to buy one such?
No, we don't sell. We don't. But anyone who has cancer or
What would be the cost would be like, say,
5,000 also. But if you're going to buy it from outside,
Yes.
it is 100.
that's what that's quite expensive for them.
Yes. So after they complete it like that, we sanitize every week for 20 minutes.
That's what we surprise.
And we distribute to 10 hospitals every month. And we have a database system where we check on the system and see what is their requirement balance. We try to maintain 50 bids per hospital every month. And then we give the wig, a hairbrush, shampoo, conditioner, and the serum. Everything is provided free of charge. So at the hospitals, they don't open the box. They from here they identify the party, the texture, and the light.
That's a seva for it. That's a seva to it has to know how to publish and know how to
And cultural stories here to tell
Yeah.
people see their children and the mother before and then the babies before. That's so touching.
Yes, I understand that.
Actually, people have asked why they are spending so much on wigs and not on medicine, but it's
But
a
their
mental
identity,
peace.
their-
Yeah, mental peace is important.
All stories.
Yeah, this is the story behind Indira Sanathana. Now we have gone on 9 years. Because now we started with 2 programs, and now we have gone up to 24 programs, and we are running the first aid plan in Sri Lanka for cancer patients, and we are getting people this is the story.
We have another garden upstairs.
This way?
Yep.
So I saw that in the video, these gardens are very impressive. Gardens are complete and around.
You've got butterflies and birds growing different flowers. So we really chuffed yesterday. I saw some, just a couple. So they've got a nest here as well somewhere, chirping away.
names.
So this is the scented garden. This is Shirley. She takes care of the playroom, etc. And excuse me, this room is our maintenance and admin. So from up here, there's always a breeze. You can see Colombo over there. Adam's Peak over that side in the daytime. So the hospital is over here. That is our picture from that building there that's lit up right across. It's a straight line from Maharagama. And the immediate building is over there. And they've just extended two walls where they've got the bone marrow transplant. Yeah. The theatre and two isolation units. And then we look after them here with the stage. But the other two walls are still under construction for the extension of the building.
Does hospital provide this facility for patients?
Here? There, yeah. I mean, there are lots of drugs that they're not available and they come here for it, especially the more expensive ones. So we try and find donors for them. The bone marrow transplants also, we have a fund that we try and keep to pay for the transplants to happen. That's been a real boost because to have it done privately was very expensive for these families. In fact, it was practically impossible. They're selling 500 tickets on the bus by the time we came to it, it was too late. So now we have our lovely garden. Peaceful garden.
Should I leave the shoes here?
No need to remove.
Please make a wish before. And the company is no idea. Now we'll come. Yes, we are again. Not leaving.
Good evening once again, and thank you for being with us. We are deeply honored to have Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai with us this evening, and we are grateful for the blessing of his presence amongst our children and families. We are gathered here at the Suvarana, a place for healing under the Indira Cancer Trust in this healing garden, a space created for comfort, calm, and dignity. In that spirit, May I now invite Dr. Lanka Jayasuriya Disanaika, Chairperson of the Indira Cancer Trust, for the welcome and introduction to the Indira Cancer Trust.
Good evening, Sai Ram, Sri Madhusudan Sai. It's an honor, a great privilege that you're here today, and we are truly blessed to have you here. So thank you for your time and all the blessings. You're sitting under trees in the city of Maharagama, which is normally a concrete city, and Maharagama itself has a very negative persona because of the cancer, the word cancer. So we've created a small space where healing has the highest meaning in terms of mental, physical and spiritual healing. And we value families, we value the service, and we provide whatever is best for the children and the adults with cancer. Our story. It all began with my younger sister Indira, who was diagnosed with breast cancer at a very young age. And she was in UK, she took all the treatment, and yet she left us when she was 40 years old. So the journey that my father actually started this, I just want to put a small clip which highlights her journey and the reason behind starting this organization. She was highly educated, she was a vegan, she was always very special even from a younger age. She had a heart which was full of compassion. She used to collect cats and dogs from the streets, she used to get older people from the roads, she used to wash them, she used to take care of them. Her life was amazing because she was an individual that actually lived up to. She's a person who you would never guess that someone who would get cancer, because she was a vegan, she was an athlete, she ran the London Marathon, she ate well, she looked after herself, and yet she got it. Cancer is a disease that can affect anyone. So during her time, this was her cats and her life before the children, and her volunteering spirit was also there at the time. And during her first pregnancy, this is her daughter, Tilini. She was born in 2012, and she had just recovered from cancer. And she was given the all clear. She enjoyed a lot of time with the daughter, and she named her daughter Tilini simply because it was a gift to her. The cancer resurfaced again in 2014 when she was pregnant with her second baby, and then when it was 28 weeks that she was diagnosed with the breast cancer which had spread. So at that point she decided she would continue with the pregnancy but not take any chemotherapy, and then she continued with the pregnancy, had the child, and 1 year later she passed away. Her story was carried in Daily Mail throughout the world, and as a mother who was very brave. So in our countries, mother's love is above anything. So she displayed this, and she always had this beautiful smile. And those photos that were taken, you can see the smile that's seen in every picture that you see of her. And after she passed away, we started the Indira Cancer Trust. And we started in a small shop just down this same road. We came to this building, which is a 6th-floor building, in about 2 years ago. And again, so many miraculous things happened here. We started building in the midst of COVID, economic crisis. The prices of the raw material went up threefold, from 300 million to 900 million. And yet, with so much of blessings, we were able to complete this. We have people who come forward, who are organizations, the Sri Lanka Medical Association of North America. They are a major partner to us, and they helped us. And my sister, during her illness, also believed in a lot of other alternative treatments. That's why in this center, where you're sitting here now, all this is designed. You're sitting in a healing garden where the plants are specifically chosen because it has healing properties. You're in a circle, which is the circle of life. It's what you call in Sri Lanka's Kamatha. What you see here around it is basically what Prime Minister Modi uses for the walking to stimulate the soul. We have yoga classes every day, we have counseling, we have music, we have art, we have pet therapy, because we are firm believers that the mind plays a huge role in one's clinical diagnosis. Please excuse me, there's a small technical issue. So here in this place we have 24 different programs. I'm sorry the videos are not working, but we believe in healing, and we help them with the medicines, investigations. We help them with schooling. These are the different programs that we do, and just want to some pictures, but there's no sound. So basically here our ethos is family is everything. We believe in service with love, and it's a place of unity here. We have diverse religions here. We also have a lot of people from, if you see the healing garden, we have the 4 religious corners here within the garden. We have people of different faith also. And we are firm believers that service is beyond anything, and our organization is run by volunteers who give their heart and soul into what they do. So it doesn't take a lot, it doesn't cost a lot. Maybe someone comes in here for a smile, for a cup of tea. So it's very easy for us to do. Sometimes we get very caught up in our own things, but I think spending some time to help another is one of the greatest rewards one can get, and it helps all of us in terms of improving our consciousness and also doing something for others. And thank you once again, Sadhguru Sai Swami, and we are eternally grateful for your presence here and your blessings. And I hand over back to Sonaj.
Thank you, Dr. Lanka. I would like to take this opportunity to make a small presentation of a token of 3 books that have been written, 2 of them by Dr. Vasanthi Jayasuriya, one upon her life and another a book of poems. The 3rd book is on our services and our products and services. I would now like to invite a member of the family to make that token to you. Before we continue, may we share a short video on the One World, One Family mission. The humanitarian work led by Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, it reflects a simple belief that healthcare, nutrition, and education should reach people with compassion and without discrimination. May we now watch together.
One world, one family is the ethos at the heart of our mission. This ideal comes from an ancient Indian principle which considers the whole world as one global family. And as a family, we believe all our family members deserve care and support. Across the globe, we serve millions through three main pillars: nutrition, education, and healthcare, all completely free of charge. The Annapurna Morning Nutrition Program began in 2012, providing breakfast for just 50 children, and has since grown to become India's largest morning nutrition program. Today, millions of school children across India and beyond receive the Sai Shore multi-nutrient supplement, helping them begin each day nourished and ready to learn. At our mission, we believe education is every human being's birthright. With a global presence and multiple campuses throughout India, we provide free education from grade 6 to doctorate studies, ensuring every student receives a well-rounded, values-based education that combines high-quality academics with moral and spiritual values. The Sri Satya Sai University for Human Excellence opens doors previously unimaginable to children from underserved communities. By offering quality higher education to those traditionally overlooked, and with a strong emphasis on empowering women, we're breaking the cycle of educational disparity and promoting gender equality in education. Meanwhile, our Skill Development Center equips rural youth with job-ready skills, and our scholarship program supports education for thousands of rural children. Our commitment to empowerment is also demonstrated by People's Shores, an impact sourcing organization in the United States. We help youth from marginalized communities gain skills for the digital economy. This innovative model delivers high-valued business services while transforming lives and uplifting communities. Our vision for accessible medical education became a reality in 2023 when Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi inaugurated the Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research, India's first free, private, rural medical college. This institution aims to nurture noble-minded healthcare professionals who are dedicated to serving the underserved members of our society. Our healthcare mission goes beyond treating illness. We're pioneering solutions to bridge critical gaps in accessible medical care, and through our network of wellness centers, mobile hospitals, and multi-specialty facilities, we bring free healthcare directly to underserved rural communities. From preventative care to complex surgeries, at our hospitals, there are no billing counters. Since 2016, we've expanded beyond India to serve communities across the globe with the singular goal of leaving no person behind. Exemplifying this idea, our Sri Satya Sai Sanjeevani centers form the world's largest chain of free pediatric cardiac hospitals, giving new life to children with heart defects. Continually growing needs worldwide, we're expanding our healthcare facilities with the world's largest free hospital. Our 600-bed facility that demonstrates our dedication to accessible healthcare for all. Our vision is clear. A society where life's value is measured not in wealth, but in compassionate service to those in need. And this vision only becomes a reality with the contribution and generous support of our global family. After all, we are all one world, one family.
Life is uncertain, life is impermanent, and when life
I now invite Honorable Navin Dissanayake to address the gathering. A former governor and a cabinet minister, he is also family to us, and a quiet strength who has stood steadily behind this work and its spirit of service.
Sadhguru Madhusudan Sai, Honorable former Speaker Karuja Surya, Lanka, Dr. Lanka Dissanayake and the staff and the team of the ICT. Sadhguru, thank you so much for giving your dedicated time and your precious, invaluable insight into this foundation. You are truly a light to the world. I say that in no mean measure. At the age of 46, you have already illuminated millions of lives. The Sai force is with you. And thank you so much for giving your time, attention, care and service to Sri Lanka. Already you have opened a dedicated center, a health center, hospital in the eastern part of Sri Lanka. So you keep coming and giving us your light, which is truly an inspiration to all of us. Sadhguru, our two families have been associated with the Sai force for nearly 40 years. As you know, my mother-in-law was a dedicated Sai worker. She must have done thousands of health camps. And now, through your light and also through the Sai force, we have opened up this Indira Cancer Care Trust. You know the story behind that. Just 3 snippets of our family's association with the Sai force. When I was a boy of 15 years old, I first met Swami. I had the grace of Pada Namaskar with him. And he materialized a Buddha statue for my mother and a lingam for my father. He said, "Minister, take this lingam and go anywhere, even where the bullets are." Unfortunately, on that fateful night of October 24th, 1994, when he was running for the presidency of this country, he took out the lingam in the shrine room and went and then faced that fateful night. Then, on many occasions, you've had his personal experience of his grace. And I think you have been here because of his grace. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come here. I am very sure of that. So Swami, the other incident was, this is a very personal thing that I'm saying for the first time. When my wife and my mother-in-law went to see Swami, he has said when they were coming out of the room, it's time to find a groom for your wife, for your daughter. And then my mother-in-law has thought of certain names for Lanka, and lucky for me, I was also in that list. My daughter has, after when she was about, I think, 5 years old, has personally seen Swami in her room, and it was not a dream or illusion. It was Swami coming there. So it has been always Swami's force, and you are definitely an extension of that force. So I foresee great illumination and light coming from you to the world. You're only 46 years old. You have a long, long journey, and I think Swami's guidance and Swami's force is very much with you. So whatever light that you can shine on us, please do that. Madhusudan Sadguru Sai. Thank you very much again for your presence.
Thank you, Mr. Disanaika. It is now my honor to invite Sri Lanka Bhimanya Honorable Karu Jayasurya, patron of the Indira Cancer Trust, to deliver his address. This trust stands today because he chose to transform the loss of his daughter Indira into a living legacy of service, guiding our work and inspiring all of us to serve with compassion and dignity.
Beloved Sadguru Sai, my dear Sai brothers, sisters, sons and daughters, may I first extend a warm and respectful welcome for your visit here. All of these devotees are here because your visit means a lot to our organization. History of this organization was sent by Dr. Lanka and Mr. Disanaika, but I must also tell you that I became a Sahavi devotee long before you were born, in 71. 71, I was introduced to Satyasai Swami by my wife. But my wife was introduced to by Swami. It's a new story. It was in 71, we had a youth insurrection. I was in the military service. And during the course of the service, I think almost when it was coming to an end, after about a month, I went to see my parents. And then about 3 days before, my wife-to-be has seen Swami in a dream. He comes with a basket of fruits and say, high time you get married. I will send someone. I was the someone who's elected. So that's a nice story. After that, became a faithful believer in Swami. Many, many times we have seen him. And every time we go, me or my family was able to get a darshan from him. I remember my first meeting in 1980 in Ooty. That time I was ambassador for Sri Lanka in Germany. And he said, Ceylon ambassador, serve your master, face the devil, fight to the end, and finish the task. I still don't know what I hope you can explain to me what he meant. So still I'm in service. So we are so glad that we have been followers of Swami. And he saved my life on 3 occasions when I was serving in the military and in my political career. And my wife was the one who really dragged me into the social service one. She did immense service, and she was a very, very firm, devoted Swami devotee. So therefore, your visit, it means a lot to us. I'm very fortunate that we have a wonderful team here, because children who come here, they get love. The parents who come here, they get love and affection. That is the most important that you need. And also we realized, because at the deathbed of my Indira daughter, for 7 days I've been holding her hands. 7th day, my eldest daughter Lanka told me, Tata, let her go. Every day from 6 in the morning till 10 in the night, I was holding the hands on. So generally she was alive, but she didn't know anything. First I went to see her, I remember the last word she used was kettle. The kettle was, she was telling the elder sister to make tea for me. But it was, I mean, then 7th day I took the hands off and my daughters had a request. Immediately she went. Swami's rope was also buried with her. And she was a wonderful daughter, wonderful wife, and a wonderful mother. She selected the place to be buried. She took care, she was doing an excellent job. She took care of the children's future. And she also said, surprisingly, she told the husband, get married to somebody, but marry somebody who likes children like me. But he didn't get married, you know, so it's a very rare quality, but he's still looking after the children. So this is a life to us. Every evening when I go to bed, I get the report, how many people came, how many times. I go to bed with a lot of mental satisfaction. So Swami, your visit means a lot to us in the sense that the amount of service that you are doing. I'm very fortunate to have been able to associate with you in your Batiklo project. I remember there were squatters, we were not allowed to go in, and therefore eventually it has come to light. I was invited by Mrs. Penny and her team of devotees at the time. Now it has become a really wonderful place for people in the Eastern Province. So we request you to bless us. We are always with you, and your humanitarian services, we are following them. So therefore, we are very honored that you are here. I wish you success. And since you are young, you have a long way to go. You can serve the humanity, and we'll follow you. Thank you very much, Swami. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are deeply honored and sincerely grateful that Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai is with us this evening. His spiritual and humanitarian mission, rooted in love and service, reaches lives through healthcare, nutrition, and education, offered with compassion and without discrimination. With deep respect, may we now invite Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai.
Sai Ram and a Happy New Year to everyone. When I came to Sri Lanka first time, 2015, we made a promise to come to Sri Lanka every year, especially for the New Year, and that promise has been kept except 1 year of the COVID, when we were not allowed to travel. But that is how it is the blessings to this great land of Sri Lanka that all these wonderful things are happening. And today, as we sit under this beautiful canopy of compassion, and where Mr. Karu and family have turned their loss into a legacy, and their pain into a patronage, and their adversity into a beautiful opportunity for so many Indiras whom I met today in this hospital. That is an inspiration for everyone. All days are not equal. Every day you don't get what you want. Sometimes life throws things at you which you cannot handle. But in those days, faith in God and belief in your convictions is what helps you sail through that situation. And the loss of Indira, in a way, is a gain for so many children today which I met. And that happened because of this wonderful, passionate team which is behind this trust, with the patronage of Mr. Karu, Mr. Disanaika, and of course Dr. Lanka, who put everything and more. She left a job in the UN and came and settled here and started working for the people. And the wonderful team I met who took me around the whole facility. I learned a lot of things today about what it takes to give that kind of atmosphere to a child who is going through a crisis and the whole family which has fallen apart. To put that all together in some way for them and make it easy. It's a great, well thought of service. And I truly appreciate, and I promise the trust. Wherever I go, I will talk about it and I'll tell this story to more and more people so they get to know there's something beautiful like this is happening right here in our midst. That's all. It's a happy breeze. Yeah. Brings relief. This is a new year, so new resolutions are made during new year. And what can be a greater resolution than to walk this path that Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba showed of love all, serve all, without discrimination, without distinction. Everybody is ours and we work for them. And that is how now, because this mission is spread to so many countries, 100 plus countries, where everybody is doing some good to somebody. So we call it a family, a world family. And everybody is included in a family. This trust is a small family within the large family of the world. And I saw all of them. They treat the children and the parents also as their family. They don't make them feel like strangers. Can I pick it up? Yeah. So I was very touched by the whole experience. And I know we run a lot of hospitals, children's hospitals. And I have special love for children because they are the purest expressions of divinity. They are gods personified in front of our eyes. And anything that we could do for them, we do it for God. So this is the reason why we have to serve, especially the children who come from very difficult backgrounds, whose parents cannot do much for them. And what can be more heartbreaking than a parent to see his or her child die in front of his or her eyes for lack of affordable treatment. Sometimes I see patients who have so much in their eyes when they just stand there, so much of gratitude they carry, so much of hope that their child will be well and they'll have them back. In our hospitals, most of the services are such that there is a possibility to cure the child. But as I was walking around, I saw there may be chances that you may not be able to save the child here. Cancer is such a disease. You can give your very best, but still you do not know what's in store for the child. Yet, giving hope to them and at least making the exit peaceful and making the parents free of the guilt that they could not do enough for their child. That itself is a great, great service. If the child survives and thrives, nothing like it. But even if it does not, the parents don't go back burdened that they could not do much for their child when they should have. And that also is a great service, because while the child may pass on, the parents have to live their lives and the other siblings have to live their lives, and they should not be scarred lives. They should be lives where they go back with hope and at least with the satisfaction that everything possible under the sky was done. And this Cancer Trust, Indira Cancer Trust, is helping those parents be able to feel that way. I met so many children, some have lost their limbs, some have lost their hair. And the wig section, it was very impressive because I understand what it feels when a child has to go back to school without hair. It is not easy. For that matter, for any one of us, when we are young, it's very difficult because the others may not understand. So they have even started the program. And what a beautiful, you do, God gives you enough blood, you donate blood. God gives you hair, until He gives you hair, you can still donate the hair. And that is how you can restore dignity for somebody somewhere in the society. And a beautiful story was told that how a child would not recognize the mother without hair. But when she put on the wig, the child could recognize the mother. And that way you have united the mother and child. So many beautiful things I learned here. The scholarship program for those children whose parents are terminally ill, adopting families, and giving them even the charges to come here and go back just to collect the medicine or visit their sibling here. Oh, so many wonderful things. I think everything has not been captured in the speech by Dr. Lanka, but I have seen in their eyes and through them how many beautiful things are being done. And this is a very beautiful thing, because in the world which is continuously being divided by narrow-minded ideologies, you see, we fight for every little thing. In this world, creating an island of hope like this and restoring dignity of life in people who are the most vulnerable, which are the children of the parents who really cannot afford, is lighting a lamp in the dark. I know one lamp cannot do much, but then it at least spreads light around itself. And with that lamp, we can light many more lamps. That is the potential and power of a single lamp. But then this breeze is there, and you have to put your hands around that light to save it from dying off. And these little efforts are saving humanity from disappearing from the society. We are all more human and on the way to be divine only because of such initiatives by some people. That is why the world is still in one piece. Otherwise, we would have destroyed ourselves much before. So these little initiatives, though, from the big global population of 8 billion people, it may sound like a small initiative which can only serve a few hundreds. But for those few hundreds, it's a world of difference. I tell in our hospitals also, what we do may not make a difference to the world, but it does make a world of difference to that child. And for that sake, we should continue to strive. They want to expand the facility, they want to build another one because, of course, need is more. And I wish them the very best, and I foresee that it will come up. With the help of people from around the world. Because the moment I stepped up and went to the first floor, I saw that building, it caught my attention. And before I asked, they told they have a plan. I said then it matches my intuition, my foresight. Something will come up there, I'm sure that will happen. How it will happen, don't ask me. But then I can tell you that it will happen through many people's support. And then you can support many more children and their families and anybody who needs this help, right? This is very beautiful. It has really touched my heart. And I think while we do the service in Batiklo, which is a heart hospital, and that is another kind of disease where you have to save people, parents and children from dying, and that is much more doable. You know that at the end of that, you might have 99% chances of saving the patient. But here it is a different ball game. You never know. But yet you go on fighting for somebody till your last strength. That is a beautiful inspiration for all humanity. I saw the videos. I got some idea of what it is when it was sent, but seeing is believing. When you walk around, meet the people and understand firsthand from the people who work here, and most of them volunteers. And can you believe most of that is women? That is women power at work. And I said that is the right thing to do because women have that natural ability to show compassion and empathy. Men also have, most men have, but they are not expressive. They cannot express their love and compassion as easily. They are wired differently. But women are different. And when women are around, children naturally feel warmth and empathy. And that's because we are born of all women, our mothers. And so any woman is a representation of that motherhood. And in India, we pray to Mother Goddess. We tell Yadevi Sarvabhuteshu Matur Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha, which means, O Mother Goddess, you reside in all women as mother. Not only women, even in men as the motherhood, the beauty of motherhood. So we bow down to you again and again and again. That is the prayer. And that I have seen over here. Even though they are volunteers, they are like mothers. The ladies clad in pink. And they are really very strong women. And I think it's because of them that this thing is working. Of course, you have the blessings of Mr. Karu and all the people around, but it's you people who are making the difference on the ground. And I don't know what I can do at this point in time immediately, but I definitely pledge to do whatever is in our might in the near future. And I will tell this story to more people because there are people who have suffered similar losses. They all might not have the courage to build a center by themselves, but they will have somewhere in their heart that we should be able to support somebody who is going through this crisis. And all of them, they come together and another building will come up, another work will start. So I wish you the very best and I hope that I can come back to inaugurate the new building. Please don't forget to invite me then. And with Bhagavan's blessing, anything is possible. I know it, how it happens. So I would again come back and give me a reason to come back to the same place again. This town which is otherwise not very famous. It's actually a little infamous town because of the sadness of cancer word here. But I think you can create hope. And as I said, in the sea of darkness, an island of hope and love and compassion is what this center is becoming. But I have a gut feeling that the other building will come up very soon, and somebody will come from somewhere very soon to say, I would like to support you, tell me what can I do, and then you start talking and things will move. And in a few years we will again be here to celebrate, but maybe on the next terrace garden, not this one. But this is a beautiful garden. It gives so much of hope because there is no land to create gardens around, but then you have created a very insightful garden with all religions represented. So children also get the right exposure. And then all these wonderful plants that you have planted which have their own healing effects, as you said, you selected each of it. And the stories that are written on the walls, the pictures, everything is very, very child friendly and gives you a sense of positivity. You don't feel you are in a sick unit of some facility. You feel you are in a nice I don't know, a crash or some kind of a children's facility. It gives you hope. That was very nice. And about Indira, I know because I met you that time and she was going through the crisis at that time too. And he was praying for her. But I saw the strength in both him and his wife to go through this. They left it to God. They said, whatever is God's will, we are okay with that. But hopefully it will be easy for her. But then she left with small children. And her inspiration to keep smiling. In every photo she is smiling. I think that smile has become a hope for all these other children now. And as I said, we all live more than our life in our deeds and the legacy that we leave behind with whatever we do with our lives. Because life is limited. That is for all. Nobody has lived longer than, whether it is Rama, Krishna, Gautam Buddha, Lord Jesus. Anybody has lived only so much. But what they left behind, what they left when they left the world, that is what continues to inspire people. I think when Satya Sai Baba, as we all are devotees, we know his spirit lives on. His body is not there, but the spirit is there. And that guides and that moves things. And that inspires to do more good everywhere. He brought me to this island nation. And he told me that we have to build a hospital over here. I had no clue how it will be done. As I said, I never know how it will be done, but I know it will be done. And that is how that hospital came up. So also this came up, and now the next one will come up. And we will all put our hands together. Lanka is also a very beautiful thing. Sri Lanka is, in ancient Ramayana it is mentioned, you see, where there's a bridge was built between India and Lanka by Lord Rama, and with monkeys and bears and squirrels. He didn't even have a proper army. He just went about doing what he had to do. But then the built was bridge. And we are all those monkeys, and we are better than monkeys and bears and squirrels, I'm sure. We can do better. And the times have changed. We all have little. So I think all of us share a little and tell our friends and families that such a beautiful center is here. And there are more children out waiting there. And every child deserves it. Not that you should. The worst thing that happens in our hospital, if at all, is to pick and choose a child who lives and who does not. That's very hard on us and also on the parents. When there are 100 waiting and you have only 50 people you can take, how do you reject the remaining 50? On what basis? It's unfair, isn't it? So as much as possible we should take care of them. And that is what I think is my New Year message. I told yesterday in my New Year message, actionable compassion is the mantra for this year. Having compassion in your heart is no good. To change it or transform it into meaningful action is the message. So everybody is capable of compassion, but not everybody transforms it into action. And that is why we stop short of transforming the world. But if we just do that little, take one step more, like Indira Cancer Trust did. It could have just sat mourning the loss and felt bad for everybody else who also went through that. Not that they had the resources to do it all, but they had that intention. And then they talked and worked round the clock, and things happened. Likewise, that compassion was turned into action, so today we are sitting here. We all have compassion because God has made us compassionate. Everybody, the cruelest of the people, also have compassion in their hearts. That is how God has made us all in His image, as we say. But very few are capable of expressing it because they're afraid. They're afraid, what about me? What about my family? What about my future? And these worries, which are sometimes imaginary, stop us from expressing that Godhood which is latent in us. We stop short of it. And so the world remains the same or gets worse. But here we have seen, in the One World video also you have seen, so many countries, they do little things. But every time they do, they are a better person. And they have transformed somebody's life, isn't it? So like that, all of you are doing wonderfully well. For so many years you have been all devotees and you have been serving, praying, supporting. And though I met you recently, I know even before my birth, a lot of things had happened in your life. But it was Bhagavan who introduced me to you and to your family and to all these wonderful work that is happening. And I remember visiting your home many times, sitting through the board meetings of the foundation, starting the hospital. And though you have gone through so many ups and downs, but your faith has never shaken. It has always remained steady. You never asked the question, why me? Why my family? You always said, whatever is for our best, that is the best that has happened, and let us accept it. And that is how you have moved forward, and that itself is an inspiration for all of us, because we cannot go to God to ask for only happy days or sunny days. There will be rainy days and sad days too. But what we must go to God and ask for is, give us the faith to go through that, the serenity to go through that, and never lose our faith in you and your goodness. That is the prayer we should make. And that prayer is truly the real prayer. All other prayers are asks. They are not real prayers. In a way, we beg. But that's fine, because we have to beg to God only. Where else should we go? But then the best prayer is, give us the faith to go through whatever we have to go through, and never let our faith shake in you and your love. I think that way, and this year let us celebrate compassion through action, and we'll come back again, and I will, as I said, I will tell so many more people, because I am myself very inspired by the work that you're doing, and I'm sure there are people who will come. I'm very, very sure, and I know it when I know it. So that is how it is. So a lot of blessings to everybody for the new year, and I hope that this year brings more goodness, more happiness, more health and joy to everyone, you and your family and the extended family of the whole world. Wherever you go, carry hope, carry love, carry compassion in your heart, and touch more lives and transform them. That is the best tribute to our Master. That is the best way to live our lives. That is the best offering to God above all. So I wish everybody the very best, and I will look forward to seeing you again very soon. And tomorrow I am going to Bati, so I'll be here. I'm here only for this evening, just to come here and see all of you. I know a lot of you people cannot travel that far, and so you are young in spirit, but not very young in bodies anymore, most of you. So I understand this is a nice satsang. We could meet all of you, and I'll come back again soon, another part of the year, maybe latter part of the year, and hopefully something will move by then. Okay, Lanka, keep the faith. That's all. Keep the faith and keep plowing on. And every effort is rewarded. No effort is wasted in this world. Every effort is rewarded in God's time. So keep the faith, keep working, and things will happen. And you have got a good husband, good family, everybody supporting, a good daughter too. Everybody working together will definitely achieve it. And blessings are there. And today I am so touched that I am really blessing with all my heart that this will grow, and this will help more and more people in the coming times, and you will have all the strength and resources to do that. Okay, so very happy. Ayubuvan and Namaste. Sai Ram.
Thank you, Sadhguru, for those very heartwarming words.
Life is uncertain, life is impermanent, and when life hits you with the big C, it brings despair. When Indira Jayasuriya was diagnosed with cancer, there was despair and uncertainty. But her strength, willpower, faith and optimism gave hope to hundreds, ensuring that anyone with cancer is not alone and that families find strength and solace. The Indira Cancer Trust is about walking beside you on this difficult journey, about holding your hand during the painful moments, and providing unwavering support when times get tough. It's about helping you cope with the challenges of everyday life. It's about addressing your needs, preserving your dignity as you navigate this challenging path, and creating a space for healing, both for adults and children facing cancer. At the Indira Cancer Trust, we offer a listening ear when you need someone to talk to, empower you to move forward, and give you the strength to overcome the challenges you face. Indira's vision for us was to be angels on earth to those battling cancer, providing healing, dignity and hope. Join us on this transformative journey. Together we can make a difference and bring healing, dignity and hope to those facing cancer.
proceed to Arati and Prasadam, kindly remain seated and allow our team to guide the distribution. Thank you.
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशि भगना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता-पिता गुरुदैवं मरियन्तयुनीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयुनीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राश्रयणा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Requested to proceed to the ground floor for a vegetarian dinner. Thank you for being with us this evening. May you travel safely, and thank you for sharing this special occasion with us.